Did you ever hear about the invention of the shovel? Well, they say it was groundbreaking. Welcome to Acquisition Pro Tips, where we seek to demystify and break down the essentials of government contracting so you can navigate the process with confidence. I'm Josh, a warranted government contracting officer, and today we're diving into the Performance Work Statement, or PWS, Statement of Work, SOO, and Statement of Objectives, also known as the SOO. Here's what we'll cover today: what these documents are, why they're needed, when you'll have to write one, who's responsible for creating them, and how to write an effective PWS on your own using AI as our step-in subject matter expert. I guarantee by the end of this video, if you follow my advice, you'll be able to write a PWS in just minutes as opposed to hours, avoiding CO rejection of all your hard work. So without further delay, let's get started. If you've been assigned to draft one of these documents, chances are you're feeling a little overwhelmed, maybe even frustrated. You might be thinking, why me? Or where do I even start? You're not alone. In a perfect world, every requirements package would have a fully capable and competent team. Engineers, SMEs, and cores ready to help. But reality looks a little different. Fewer people, tighter deadlines, and higher stakes. That's where I come in, to help you make sense of it and show you how AI can make the process faster and more accurate. Here's a little secret you might not already know.
Give me that.
Contracting offices use artificial intelligence every day.
I'm joking.
Tools like AskSage and NIPR GPT streamline research, formatting, and document review. If you feed AI the right information, it can turn a blank template into a review-ready draft in minutes. Before we build anything, let's do a quick review to understand the difference between the PWS, SOO, and SOO. If you've watched my previous videos, you'll probably have heard of these terms before, from episode 3 on how to build a complete requirements package. And you might even have a good understanding on how to get started. But for those who don't know, here are the basic differences. A PWS focuses on outcomes. It tells the contractor what must be achieved, not how to do it. That flexibility lets industry apply innovation and best practices to meet performance goals. Now, a SOO is different. It specifies exactly how the work is to be done, what materials, processes, and steps must be followed. That's why SOOs are common in construction and manufacturing contracts. The SOO, or Statement of Objectives, outlines the government's overall goals, but leaves the how to industry. Offerors use the SOO to build their own PWS and proposals. It encourages creativity and innovation, but isn't included in the final contract as a compliance item. Each document serves as a specific purpose, and choosing the wrong one can lead to confusion and protests. These documents are the foundation of every single successful contract. They set expectations and define accountability for both sides. Without them, you're basically saying, just do something that makes me happy. Well, that's not strategy. That's a headache waiting to happen. You'll need one of these documents anytime you're defining a requirement for a contract. If you need to dictate the process, that's a SOO. If you care about the result, that's a PWS. If you want industry innovation, that's a SOO. Ideally, a subject matter expert, engineer, or core would write it. But if that's not the case, don't panic. With AI as your technical partner, you can still produce a professional, compliant document that meets mission needs. Now that you know the what, why, when, and who, let's jump into the how. I'm going to walk you through the basics of creating a PWS in real time using AI as my SME. We're going to focus on walking through the creation of a PWS, since the SOO will typically be written by an engineer as the core, and with the SOO, we already don't know what we need, which is why we rely on industry to write the PWS for us with this document. We'll go step by step through the provided PWS template, and I'll show you how to establish clear performance objectives, standards, thresholds, and surveillance methods in the Performance Requirements Summary, or PRS. sometimes referred to as the Services Summary section. We'll also touch on how this ties into the Quality Assurance Surveillance Plan, or QASP, which we'll cover in more detail in next week's video. I'm going to be using AskSage for this example, since I have access to this resource. And if you don't have access to AskSage, you can use NIPR GPT, but I suggest avoiding ChatGPT since that is not an approved Department of War AI source. First and foremost, get a PWS template from your local contracting office. You can feed this template to the AI as a foundational starting point to meet the correct formatting. Next, let's take a hypothetical, unique services requirement and use these tools to help generate a contract-ready PWS. In our scenario, we're going to say we need security guard services at a US federal research center located in a NATO country. Step 1. Upload and initialize. I'm going to upload this template and ask AI to analyze it first. Give the AI a prompt to work with. I'm going to write here that I've uploaded a PWS template. Please analyze this template and tell me what key sections need to be customized for a security guard services contract at a federal research facility in a NATO country. Perfect. The AI immediately identifies the critical sections that need customization. Notice how it recognizes this is a template with placeholder text. Step 2. Define the requirement. Now let's give the AI our specific scenario details. I need to create a PWS for security guard services at a US federal research center located in Germany. The requirement includes 24/7 perimeter security, access control, and emergency response capabilities. The contract will be for 1 base year with 2 option years. Step 3. Develop Section 1, General Information. Let's start customizing Section 1. I'll ask the AI to help with the background and objectives. Based on our security guard requirement, help me write Section 1.2, Background, and 1.3 Objectives. Consider that this is a sensitive research facility requiring specialized security protocols. Notice how the AI provides specific, relevant content rather than generic placeholder text. It understands the context of a research facility and incorporates appropriate security considerations. Step 4. Address international considerations. What special considerations should I include in the PWS for security services at a US facility in Germany? Consider SOFA agreements, local labor laws, and security clearance requirements. This is where AI really shines. It can quickly identify complex regulatory and legal considerations that you might overlook. Step 5. Develop Performance Requirements Summary. Now for the critical part, the PRS or Services Summary section. This is where we define measurable performance standards. So speaking to the AI, help me create performance requirements summary entries for our security guard services. I need measurable objectives for perimeter security, access control, emergency response time, and incident reporting. The AI provides specific, measurable thresholds like 100% successful access control verification and emergency response times. These are the kind of concrete standards that makes a PWS enforceable. Refine and validate. Let's ask the AI to review what we've created for completeness and compliance. Review the PWS's sections we've developed. Are there any FAR or DFARS requirements we should address for this type of service contract? Also, check for any missing security-related provisions. Step 7. Generate surveillance methods. Finally, let's develop the surveillance methods for our PRS. For each PRS entry we created, recommend appropriate surveillance methods. Consider the 24/7 nature of security services and the need for both routine and random inspections. Here's what we accomplished using AI as our SME. Customized generic template languages for our specific requirement, identified international compliance considerations, created measurable performance standards, developed appropriate surveillance methods, and ensured FAR and DFARS compliance. The AI helped us transform a generic template into a contract-ready PWS in minutes rather than hours. But remember, AI is a tool to assist, not replace your acquisition expertise. Always review and validate AI-generated content against your current regulations and your specific requirements. So in just a few steps, you saw how AI can take a generic template and turn it into a custom, compliant, performance-based PWS. The AI didn't replace your expertise, it just enhanced it. Now, let's focus on how to write like a pro, so your document stands up to review and contract administration. Before you send that draft forward, there are 10 writing habits that separate an average PWS from a professional one. These are field-tested techniques that make your documents clear, consistent, and defensible, the kind that survive evaluation and inspection. Let's go through my top 10 acquisition pro tips. Number 1. Organize your document like a roadmap. Each paragraph should focus on one clear idea and be numbered for easy reference. Number 2. Write short, active sentences. If you can't read a sentence aloud in one breath, it's probably too long. Number 3. Avoid personal services. Define the what, not the how. Let performance drive accountability. Number 4. Eliminate vague phrases like as directed or as necessary. If government input is required, state who decides, how, and when. Number 5. Use the right imperatives. Shall means the contractor must. Will describes government action, and should is optional. And optional isn't enforceable. Number 6. Make your standards measurable and realistic. Think smart. Make your standards specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Tie each objective to your PRS or QASP. If it can't be measured, it can't be enforced. Number 7. Stay consistent in your terminology. Use the contractor and the government throughout. Spell out acronyms once and include a glossary. Number 8. Be precise with numbers and punctuation. Spell out numbers under 10, use symbols for percentages and money. The Air Force's Tongue and Quill Writing Guide is a good reference when drafting these documents. Number 9. Read your draft out loud. If you stumble, so will your reviewer. Clarity isn't about sounding smart, it's about being understood and avoiding ambiguity at all costs. And number 10. Treat every draft like a controlled document. Date it, track your changes, and never copy and paste from an old contract without tailoring it to your current requirement. And that's your checklist. 10 practical steps that save hours of revision and help your document stand strong through review and performance. Now you have the foundation. You understand when to use each type of document, how to use AI to help draft them, and how to polish your PWS or SOO so it's clear, compliant, and easy to administer. In next week's episode, we'll take everything we created today, the PWS and the performance requirements summary, and build a quality assurance surveillance plan using AI. We'll map each performance objective to its surveillance method, define acceptance criteria and quality levels, assign oversight responsibilities, and create a complete QA document ready for implementation. So keep your PWS and PRS drafts handy. We'll use them directly in the next tutorial. If you enjoyed this video and found it useful, please help out the channel by subscribing, liking the video, and hitting the notification bell so you never miss another acquisition pro tip. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.